With the current changes in climate witnessed globally, activists working towards the protection of the environment are calling for joint efforts in order to ensure a safe environment. This comes at a time where man's activities have been greatly identified for having played a great role in destroying the environment, for instance, through cutting down trees. According to the activists, to protect the environment from destruction, there's need for mindset change so that people can desist from the practices that are likely to harm the environment. Jania Burita, Minister of Education and Sports under the Luke Barakari, attributes the continuous destruction of the environment to minimal implementation of the laws that guard the environment.
The law has in itself been very clear, as many people have actually said it over and over. Uganda as a country.
Senior Superintendent of Police Chiriga Taban, Regional Environment Liaison Officer, blames the limited efforts to implement the laws to inadequate manpower and resources.
Challenges are numerous, but notable is stakeholders. Some stakeholders are not ready to support, but still we have to engage them in how they will support us. And then the place is wide. It's wide. Manpower issues, but however, we are ready to partner with the other security forces and we are able to implement a government policy.
Mustafa Girima, an activist who is championing the protection of Shiana tree species, calls for the mindset changes towards the usage of alternative source of energy other than depending on wood fuel.
If we can't change, then change will change us. The issue of the trees being used to make charcoal, which of course is for our betterment, livelihood, is to say rather an issue that is a thorn. A thorn in the sense that, yes, we are cutting down naturally germinated trees to produce charcoal, but we don't think of planting trees that we can harvest for the charcoal. So once these trees are finished, because I understand once you clear these trees and the way we cut them wantonly. It's like a wanton destruction of the trees. So once we clear them, where do we go next? Where will we get the charcoal? So this calls for us to come up with alternative sources of energy. Let me use the simple term, alternative sources of means of cooking.
Similarly, Mary Jaru, a senior environment officer with Arua City Council, called for efforts to effectively manage garbage.
And at our household levels, everyone is responsible for their waste. When you generate, ensure that you be the one to take charge. But to me, for us all here, the challenges we mentioned here, if an organization can take interest in waste management, take on that one. Let's find a solution to that challenge. Because as a real city, I will not be proud to say, or fear to say that we don't have resources to manage all these very many challenges you were looking at.
Sheila Apini, the Northern Region Program Coordinator working with Action Aid, is of the view that women are most affected by the effects of climate change.
They are young women. Again, we have women that are persons living with disabilities that are severely impacted by the climate effects. We also have young mothers. And so, in the year 2021, we saw a rise in teenage pregnancies. In this region, particularly, data has that we have so many young mothers. And so this was escalated because of the COVID period when the children were out of school. And so we have a problem to deal with. And now the young mothers do not have alternative sources of fuel, and so we will get to the forests.
The activists raised these concerns during a stakeholder engagement on human and environment justice organized by MEMPROW Uganda, a non-profit organization at Tropical Suites Hotel in Arua City. Farish Majid, Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast.